Disasterina and friends, we're gonna have a good time tonight, that's right. So, how are you feeling?
Outside of the Botox?
It seems like you don't even really have a sense of how to feel. It's like, after going through an experience like that, it's been several weeks now, but still, it
Thank God.
lingers. For me, it lingers. It's like I'm always thinking about it. And it's not a happy feeling. It's not a happy thoughts.
The worst part is like between filming ending and when the season comes out. Like that's the worst part, I think. Yeah. Right? I don't know. How do you feel?
It was
Is
pretty
it after
bad, but
seeing
but
everything?
then it's another horror when you start watching it, because then you're like,
Yeah.
they put that in there, and then or they didn't put that in there. So watching the whole thing, it was like they didn't put that in there.
The things that I did that they cut out were infuriating.
Agree, for me too.
I don't know if you remember when we did the house party and I was in the back room. Probably not. It's because when we had to do the freeze part, because I had told Abora, I was like, grab your scythe. I was like, we'll play limbo with it. And I did a full like back bend underneath it and like held it for like over a minute easily, just frozen. And they didn't put it in. Why?
Not surprised, not surprised.
I was probably making a face that made me look like I was constipated. Whatever.
The lighting in there was terrible. So half of that stuff they probably couldn't put it in because the lighting wasn't good. Okay, so everybody out there, the first episode was in this house that they rented. It wasn't a set. It was actually like a little bungalow. And the rooms were very small on the inside. And you can see specifically, now you get to do your act out by the pool, but
we were the last group to go, and we didn't go on until 12:30.
Yeah, but you at least could move. We were in a living room which had 8-foot ceilings. I had a giant hat on. I had to crouch down the whole time. And there was a giant couch in the middle of the room. And there was like 2 feet from the couch to the wall. And we just had to sort of do our act, somehow circle around that thing. Yeah, and it was really dark. And then, they cut it all together. And then you time, it's funny, you time yourself on like how many seconds.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There are some people that I'm like, why am I watching a full like 58 seconds and I got like 12? Why? It could just be the shots. It could be like what they had to work with.
Yeah, it's like, it could be like, oh, the lighting was bad, so we couldn't put it in, or we're just like going to favor these people who are our favorites, which is, I think it's a combination of the two.
Or we can't show Sigourney and her vagina.
Which is a huge mistake, I think.
Against that. Yeah, I did really well trying to like hide it for that number, but I'd love to see the footage.
No one will ever see the footage. No one, and the photos too, when we were doing photos for all of our outfits, we had a brilliant photographer, Scott Kirby.
Amazing.
The public out there, just so you know, you only see maybe 1 or 2 photos that they did not image themselves. So all these literally thousands of photos, nobody will ever see. Why? Because it costs money.
Scotty edits them because I talked with Scotty and I was like, hey, I know I've got a wonky lash. I was like, can you fix it, please? And he's like, he made a note to do it. And when I saw the photo, it was fixed. Like, I knew it was fucked up.
They told me they could not send me any of the other photos. I asked them specifically for the other photos, and they said they could not do it because they don't own the photos, and somebody else would have to do the imaging. So maybe they did the imaging on these, like the 1 or 2 promo shots.
They probably just didn't want them out there. Because then if they send 20 photos to you, everyone else is going to want them too. They got to dig through them and see like, well, which ones are acceptable to like send out. I just wish that I had a full body of the promo.
Me too. I don't have a good photo of the promo with all my props and everything. I know there was a few dozen that Scotty took that will never be seen. But I think what we all have to do, and I think what a lot of the stars from this show and other shows are realizing is you got to do it. Everything after the show is done, you got to do it yourself. It's like if you want to have those photos, you have to do the outfit again. You have to find a photographer, and you have to do it yourself.
And I hated it. I hate doing photo shoots. It's so much work. And that's the thing. I was being told, you didn't really do the social media thing for 4. So like, you gotta do it this time. You gotta stay on top of it. That would be some good advice to give you And I was like, okay, but that is expensive. That just comes out of me. And for what? For like Instagram picture?
They're not going to post it on their platform. So we have to
And that's
DIY
fine.
our own social, which is fine.
That's just, you know what I mean? Like, I can see both sides of it, because on the other end, it's like, we're not your manager. We're not going to hold your hand. This isn't how it is. And I always tell people, when you sign these like contracts for Drag Race, for Dragula, for any like reality TV, you are surrendering all of your likeness. Like, even it's in there, you are releasing all of your like self for them to be able to do whatever they want with it.
It's true.
I tell people, everyone sees the like glamorous side of it. I'm like, you don't see the hard side of it. Nothing comes for free. Like, there is a price that you pay for it. Now, it's a price I'm willing to pay. Don't get me wrong, but it is not easy at all.
I would say that rarely does the contract come into play because they don't have the money to do all this other content. Are they going to make new T-shirts of Sigourney and JK and people from the show to sell? They haven't really done that, and they haven't really done any spin-off of anything, and they haven't done any other products that are kind of associated with, in particular, us.
Seriously, that's the whole like Titan seasons. Like, that's them like incorporating their contestants back into it.
But they're not doing any Sigourney bobbleheads, is what I'm getting at.
Thank God. Thank God. I should be getting the money for that if I do a Sigourney bobblehead.
I'd love a Sigourney bobblehead.
Do you know how hard it is to find like bobbleheads nowadays in stores?
Every once in a while I'll see one at a thrift store, but
Yeah.
I didn't know they were in short supply.
I frequent a lot of like truck stops and gift shops. I love a gift shop. I want one of those like fuzzy dog ones that like sits on the dashboard. Like, you know what I mean? The kind of like felty material that just gets disgusting so quickly. No way to clean it. I just think it would be so cute. My mom had one in her car when I was little, and it was a Dalmatian. That thing turned a lot of different colors.
Right. Well, the sun is hitting it for like 2 decades, and it's like it's all white
just,
and
like,
bald
dirt,
and
you know
dusty.
what I mean? Everything, dust,